KFAN, The Fan. Purple Mondays are brought to you in part by Ovo LASIK and Lens.
Hey, it's hockey. I know where you're going right now. Maybe you're driving. Stop on by Quick Trip. Get yourself in the grab-and-go section some Wenzel's Farm meat snacks. Just stick them in the seat right there. Or maybe even stick them in your back pocket like you used to with those big old combs. And have them with you all day long. Because they're delicious. And they're real good. And they're full of protein. None of those carbs. Not going to be weighed down. And again, 14 different flavors. Wenzel's Farm meat snacks. It's not just the beef sticks. I mean, I love those. I love the meat sticks the most. But they have beef jerky as well. Find your favorite flavor. Try them all. Go by Quick Trip or Fleet Farm or even some Hy-Vees. And grab some Wenzel's Farm today. Find a location near you at wenzelsfarm.com. You'll find out why I love my real meat for real life. Wenzel's Farm.
From the Your Boat Club Weather Center.
Get to going. suncountry.com.
Fan forecast.
Partly sunny, mostly cloudy and breezy. High of 51, dropping down to 34 tonight.
The Fan.
The Power Hours live at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber. And caller 11, 1-800-320-5326 is going to win Adam Sandler tickets. Legendary comedian and actor Adam Sandler returns to Minnesota with the I Missed You tour at the Target Center on November 12th. Caller 11 right now, 1-800-320-5326. Good luck.
That's sweet. Again, so it's Sandler tickets, Creed tickets, and Green Day tickets, I think, basically all week on the Power Gym Morning
Creed tickets
Show.
later on today, so stay tuned.
There we go.
Yeah.
Especially you, Cora.
Hey, Cora, look at
Thanks,
that.
man.
You and I are twinsies.
Well, look, so if you guys listen to the Power Trip Morning Show on Friday, Sauce didn't read the bottom of the email, and he wore the Unreal sweatshirt that he was supposed to wear today because the drop is this morning.
10 a.m., baby.
So now all of us have it, and Sauce, where is yours?
Well, I thought we weren't supposed to wear them on camera.
Oh, this morning we
We
wore
are supposed to wear them now.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right.
So everybody's wearing theirs except for Paul.
Unreal is dropping them today. Shop unreal.co. That's UNRL.co. The drop is at 10 a.m. this morning. I'm wearing mine. Maxo's got his on back there. Corey's got his on. Sauce wore his on Friday.
Well, I didn't think you were supposed to wear them on camera.
It's the perfect gift for any holiday, the perfect gift for any Viking fan, especially this morning. And Unreal has extremely fast shipping. They ship within 24 hours if you live in Minnesota. You'll be getting to wear it for next Sunday's game. Love these hoodies, man.
They're badass.
Let's
I
go.
love Unreal. I'm wearing one right now, a hoodie, but it's not the new Vikings one. Apparently, I'm getting one. Lamont just caught me in the hallway.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, this is where I have umbrage. It's because- yes, thank you.
Yeah, I can smell
a
it from
word.
here, buddy.
Because he literally goes, I ordered you a large. You going to be able to fit in that?
That's flattering, though.
And I was like, what are you
that's
talking?
You can fit into a large.
You don't think I can fit in a large?
Yeah, you can fit in a large.
Okay, this has been happening lately. This happened, okay, I was at the License Bureau on Friday
And they were like, you're drunk, get out of here.
in Savage.
Wow.
Your suspended license is finally eligible to come back.
Wow. That's
I-
whiskey plates come in?
You guys really put a bad light on me here. Here's the thing.
You okay?
Is that I go in to go get a new license just to update it. You know, birthday's coming around the corner. Thank you. I'll let you know it's November 18th, Ben.
Oh, good. Put that on my calendar.
Don't care.
But no, I go in and I'm doing my whole check-in and stuff like that. And a guy, really nice guy there at the bureau, and he goes, are you the Mike Mussman, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. And he's like talking about you guys, loves the show, loves
Seems like a smart
Vikings,
dude.
loves
Seems like a good
K102, blah, blah, blah. Was super nice. And I'm like, oh, that really brightened my day. And then all of a sudden he goes, so do you want to just keep the current height and weight? On the card?
What was listed on your card?
And
Your
it's-
current weight.
And instantly I go, yeah, that's fine. He goes, okay.
What did it say for weight?
He's like,
Sure, pal. Sure, pal.
So
It wasn't until I got in the car and I'm like, that son of a bitch just took a shot at
He
me.
sure did.
So how much more did he think you weighed?
I don't know. It's
How much more do you
195 on my car.
Oh, Jesus
He thinks
Christ.
you're over
No wonder.
195. You don't look like you're over 195.
I might be closer to 2, but I mean, it's like
still,
5 pounds.
Yeah.
But not worth a comment like,
No.
and
Yeah.
wait.
You're not like third leg Greg
Way
or
to go,
anything.
Fatty.
Wow, you got ripped.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so you're wearing an Unreal sweatshirt right now. What
Yes.
size is that?
This is a large.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sauce, I didn't know they made an Al's Breakfast sweatshirt by Unreal.
See, here's the thing, man. I forgot. And I thought we weren't supposed to wear them on camera.
We're supposed to
On
wear them
Friday.
today.
On
Yep.
Friday, you weren't. Yeah.
They're going to sell out
Oh.
quickly. Get yours at unreal.co, UNRL, unreal.co. Thank you for these. I like it. I like hoodies. I like Viking stuff.
Yeah, they're
I
sweet.
feel like these Unreal drops are a little bit like your kids sign up for activities. If they say it starts at 10 o'clock, which it does today, right?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not logged in at 10:01, they're gone.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They go really fast.
Because
Yeah.
I did one of these posts. Well, granted, it was a day later. Okay, so I forgot on the actual day. I did it like Tuesday morning,
Yes.
and someone like they're already sold out. I'm like, oh, like, and apparently since then people are like, yeah, they sell out within like an hour. So like if you're not basically on your phone or on your computer, just right at 10 o'clock, you're not going to get one. So.
It's like Taylor Swift tickets or fast passes to Rise of the Resistance at Disney
That's
World.
exactly what
Or
it's
tickets to see Rocket Club this Thursday night in St. Michael at
What-
the music room.
what time-
similar.
what time will
that's
that
right,
be?
This Thursday night. I think we'd probably go on at 7:30, something like that.
Are we just going to sit around and do shameless plugs? I'm not going to
Yeah,
sit
Mott's,
here
what
and
do
be
you got
like,
going on Vikings
oh,
country?
newshowsgame.com for all your holiday board game
It
needs.
was organic. We were talking about tickets.
Yeah, man. Al's breakfast.
Wait, you're on the hook? You get a cut of your Al's breakfast takes?
Oh, I thought we were just saying the sweatshirts we have on.
No.
I forgot
Chris
mine.
was mentioning his band. I was mentioning my board game.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rocket Club this Thursday.
What time will that be?
Game.com.
7:30, that's right. Yeah.
You're at Canterbury Park tonight?
Yeah, we're giving away tickets for the St. Jude Fan Jam that we'll
Nice.
have up at
Nice.
Myth. Yeah, so I'm giving away tickets. That starts up at 6. And then the rest of the week, it's a salute to service with
the-
Miller Lite and the Minnesota Vikings.
Man, yesterday's salute to service at the stadium was pretty impressive, man.
Yeah.
I was
do.
so mad at myself because the camera showed those helicopters coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should pull out my camera or my phone and just get a video of this.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And then it was like the perfect shot with that
The four
roof
Blackhawks
open.
and the Chinook.
Yes.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. And then did you see the soldiers at halftime come down from the ceiling?
Yes, with the
That's
American
pretty-
flag.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
pretty cool,
Oh,
man.
sweet.
They had all four, well, technically 5. Well, technically 6 because they had Space Force people there too.
Space Force.
Yeah, they had everybody covered yesterday, and a bunch of people were inducted into the United States services right there during halftime. Looked like maybe 500 people.
Well, I was going to say the whole field was
Yeah.
full of young people.
Yeah, so
signing up,
that's always an
taking the
emotional thing
pledge.
to watch those kids go through that and commit themselves like that. So thank you for that. That's cool, man.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, you mentioned you want to go around the NFL and
I would
kind
like
of,
to do
look at
that
some other
because
things.
there were some big games yesterday and some big things happen. I mean, the injuries continue to mount in the NFL, just like they do every year. But man, some big injuries this year.
Daniel Jones, torn
Yeah.
ACL.
Non-contact.
Going to get
man.
confirmed, but torn
Was it
ACL done for
non-contact?
the year.
Yep. He just dropped back and then fell.
But Ben, let's start with this.
Wow.
Rookie record, C.J. Stroud, 470 yards. But
Wow.
also, he is just the 6th quarterback ever to throw for 450 plus and have 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in a game. He goes for 470, 5 scores, 0 interceptions. Again, 30 of 42, 470, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and that isn't a perfect passer rating. That's a 147.8.
weird.
Because a couple, that's too many incompletions, right?
Yeah.
So somehow those numbers not enough to
Whatever.
go 158.3. Is that the top?
I think so,
158.3.
yeah.
Anyway, 147.8, and C.J. Stroud has the Texans at 4-4, and he's playing like the rookie of the year. He's obviously outplaying Bryce Young. Anthony Richardson looked like he was going to be really good, and then got injured. He's out for the year. Stroud's legit.
Stroud's legit. I think with all the hype of this game, and then he'll have other bigger games. But I can't imagine he'll top this game. But this game will propel him to win the Rookie of the Year award. And look at this, like he's making the Houston Texans, which is what you want out of a franchise quarterback, and which is why you make big bold moves on the draft day. He's turning the Texans into appointment TV. I mean, people now want to see this young phenom and what this team is doing, and they do have a lot of young talent. I mean, was it Tank Dell, the guy that he threw? He's a rookie as well.
What a cool name.
You've got a team led by a first-year head coach. You know that defense is probably going to get turned around like D'Amico did with the Niners. So in a year, whether it's this year or next year, like that's going to be a legit defense as well to go with a superstar quarterback and some young talent on offense. Like they have some real legitimate momentum to think that they are going to be, I'm not going to say Super Bowl contenders, but playoff bound, real soon.
All right, Ben, this might be preposterous. I don't think it is, but let me see if you react the same way I did yesterday when I asked myself this. Is the best team in the NFL the Baltimore Ravens?
It's sort of looking like that. I mean, they can, as much as the Chiefs' offense sounds like it needs to be retooled, and people are, it is a skittish and sort of schizophrenic offense. Their defense, Kansas City's defense, is playing so much better, which is they're winning games because of it. But you look at like the best team out there, it might be Baltimore because they can rely on Lamar to be a quarterback or run it if he needs to, or they just go right back to their ground and pound game and run the ball for what they go for almost 200 yards, over 200 yards yesterday collectively. So, and they've got another great sound defense. So if you're looking at best team, it might be the Baltimore
Better
Ravens.
than the Eagles, he would say.
Look, every time that the Eagles are on TV, I can't believe they're winning some of these games. And I know that everybody said that about us last year.
Yeah.
But they're winning games in very dramatic fashion, but it doesn't ever look like they're dominating or they have an identity. Like their identity right now is probably their defensive line and their defense. But with Jalen, it's like he does just enough. Their ground game does just enough. Like they'll have like one or two big passing plays, but it doesn't seem like it's all together.
Yeah.
And it just seems like these teams that they're playing sort of give these games away versus Philadelphia winning these games.
So all three phases, you're saying that Baltimore for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Dak steps out of bounds on that 2-point conversion play, or that changes. I mean, it changes a lot, obviously, but then all they need is a field goal. He has a clear path to the end zone, and he steps out of bounds. You are 100% correct.
Goddard broke his forearm yesterday.
Yeah, how about that? That looked brutal when he fell to the ground.
But the Ravens blow out the Seahawks yesterday, 37-3, and the Seahawks are good, right?
Yeah,
they were a 5-2 team before that. Now they're 5-3, I believe. Obviously, with the loss, 37-3. They barely beat the Cardinals a week ago, 31-24. I don't remember if that was a comeback or if the Ravens had the game in the hand the whole time, but don't know. But then the week before that, 38-6 over the Lions. Again, a good team blew them out. So, sure, you look at the 7-2 Ravens and say, all right, a couple of these games were close. You lose to the Colts, you lose to the Steelers, you barely beat the Cardinals. But the teams that they're beating, they're just destroying. And again, the Lions and Seahawks are both most likely going to be playoff teams, and you pounded both of them.
Yep.
I don't know, man. The Ravens look like they're going to be very dicey.
Man, I still can't. I'm looking through all the scores right now. And when I get to the Vikings-Falcons, the fact that we're 5-4 still astounds me. Just astounds me, man.
After an 0-3 start?
Yeah.
They're 4-1 on the road, and their only loss is against the Eagles, where JJ doesn't drop the ball at the 1 yard line and it rolls out of the back of the end zone or whatever it did. Yeah. They might be 5-0 on the road.
They were the better team in the first half, for sure.
Yes.
And then second half, they decided the Eagles were just going to run the ball.
Right. And they couldn't stop that. Yeah.
Kind of like that one series for the Falcons yesterday.
Which, Ben, how weird is it the way that they use Bijan Robinson in Atlanta?
I don't get it.
He's the best player they have.
Makes no sense.
He was a top 10 pick, and he stands on the sidelines.
I don't get it, man. Look, I think Algier he's a good back.
Yeah.
He is a physical back. I don't think that you need to have CP back there. Like, you don't need to have a 3-headed rushing attack. You've got a young rookie that seems to be sensational. That there are things that he does almost on a week-to-week basis that they're pushing out on their social media, like things that he's doing, runs and cuts and all this other breaking tackles and catching balls at the backfield. This is your guy. If you want to have 2 guys in the backfield, fine. But to split up all these carries with 3 guys, and one of which is, we all know Cordero, like he's an impressive athlete, but he doesn't need to be taking snaps away from Bijan.
Is he one of those guys, though, that doesn't get into the playbook enough?
Well, that
might be the reason he's sitting on the sideline.
Look, that very well could be it. I mean, there has to be a bigger reason, because if it's just pure talent,
right,
he needs to be on the field, and he needs to be on the field when it's first and goal on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Right.
How good do you think the Saints are, Ben? Obviously, they beat Chicago yesterday. We beat Chicago a couple weeks ago. I believe they're 5-4 as well.
Yes, they are.
They
Yeah.
come here. What do you think of them?
Well, the nice thing is that we're basically playing the same defense back to back. So if we, Ryan Nielsen, the defensive coordinator for Atlanta in his first year, he was 6 years with the Saints, and so he basically is running the same Saints defense. So we'll have at least back to back weeks where we kind of understand philosophically, what type of defense we're going to see. We're going to see multiple fronts. It's going to be 4-man. We're going to have a little bit of 3-4 mixed in. We know we're going to see some of that disguised mug stuff that Flores does on third down. A lot of the same philosophies. So that'll be good. It's just, their offense can be a little tricky, with Taysom. You just never know. He's going to throw one. He's going to run one. Carr is extremely streaky. I mean, he looks like a C-level quarterback some games, and then he looks like, the star student the next week. So I don't know what we're going to get. Kamara, he just seems like just a guy right now. I mean, they can't really seem to get him going.
Do you feel like it's going to be kind of like you said with the Falcons and what their theory was to go up against the Vikings, especially D-line wise, and that the Saints will have the same capabilities of doing that, is actually just pushing our O-line back as fast as they possibly can. They're going to bull rush, so that way you can stop the run. You're going to take away all those different paths for our run game, which obviously has been a little dicey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my notes right now. And there's a point where I write.
I had notes.
No, they got coffee all over them. Sorry, man.
I think I was even saying this to you, Hawk. The defensive line for the Falcons looked as if they knew our snap count. They were beating us across the line at the point of attack.
Right.
I don't know how they were doing it, but they were incredible at getting across the line and causing disruption in our backfield. It doesn't matter if it was Reisner or if it was Brian O'Neill at one point in time, or if it was Ed Ingram. It was like each and every run play, our backs are having to stop their feet and try to cut back or redirect or whatever. I'm like, how are they doing this? Like,
is it a product of the fact that you got Jaron Hall first and then you go into Dobbs, where it's like, okay, I mean, we gotta like dumb everything down,
maybe,
and then defenders have a little more of an upside to that.
It's possible, man, but it was concerning. Now, we did figure out some things in the second half as far as the run game. We were able to knife through them a little bit more, but that first half, man, I'm like, these guys are eating our lunch. Every single run play. It didn't matter who was out there. And now with Akers being out, we really need, if we're going to face that sort of defense, that type of defensive attack again, we got to have somebody other than Alexander back there, because we need to have that quick pace downhill, hit the hole, hard. And if you have to redirect, I love the way Madison runs, his physicality, but you make him stop his feet, you basically take away his superpower.
Here we go, Kane.
Yeah,
come on,
Wongwu. Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Ty Chandler.
Maybe Ty Chandler.
You had a chance to talk to Alexander Madison in the locker room yesterday. Should we play it when we get back?
That'd be great.
Sure.
Then we'll talk more Vikings with Ben before he's got to get out of here in like 15 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
And don't forget unreal.co if you want these hoodies. Going to go quick today at 10 a.m.
The Fan, along with 2 men and a junk truck, want to help you win $1,000.
My money thick, ay.
$1,000 in your hand.
On the home. Head to twomeninjuncktruck.com today to schedule your junk removal service.
Get the education you need to succeed at Hamlin University, where every student graduates having completed a paid internship and/or a field-based research project with a faculty mentor. Get a top-ranked and affordable degree. Inquire today at hamlin.edu. Apply HU.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey. It's no secret I love fall. You got football, you got hockey, you got eating chili. The one thing I don't like, though, all the projects that need to get done because you're going to spend more time indoors. That's why I love Aquarius Home Services. You got electrical issues? Call Aquarius. A leaky faucet or toilet? Aquarius takes care of that. How about worry-free water and furnace? The one call that does it all is to Aquarius Home Services. Everybody up there, amazing. Why? Because they want to earn the right to be recommended, and they do every time. So my advice to you, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today and take that worry away.
Kowalski, you need to go on offense and join It's Just Lunch.
I'm sorry, what now?
100% of IJL members go on real dates. Now get back in the game.
Visit it'sjustlunchtwincities.com or call 612-355-2727 today.
I started my box factory to help people move things more efficiently. Nancy from Choice Bank makes me more efficient so my business can grow in a steady rhythm. Now I got more time to beat box at home, make boxes in the plant, beat box at home. My Choice Banker got me a business loan. My name is Barry B, and I got a sweet voice. Box maker by day, beat boxer by choice.
Choice Bank. We're committed to your business, your success, and to you. It's what we mean by people first banking. Go to bankwithchoice.com.
Every great football team has a weekly game plan. Hey, it's Ben Lieber here for my friends at Evans Transportation. Do you have a solid game plan when moving freight for your business? Well, my guys at Evans Transportation will look at your current supply chain situation, evaluate it, optimize it, and even build a unique custom software solution. Now that is winning right there. When the final whistle blows, Evans will have helped you move the ball down the field with a strong supply chain game plan. So ask yourself, you want to keep your business moving forward? Find them at evanstrans.com. That's evanstrans.com.
Feel the real with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones. Breakthrough Bose immersive audio makes everything sound crazy natural, and the high-fidelity sound and world-class noise cancellation are tailored to your ears only, so everything hits just as it should. Dive in deeper at bose.com/iHeart.
The Gillette Intimate Trimmer gives you a gentle, easy way to trim your pubic region. Or you could try waxing. Nope. From America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand, the best a man can get, down there. Buy Gillette Intimate at a retailer near you.
This is Angela Warner for Warner Stellian, and I don't know about you, but I am not the most patient person. Waiting for something once I've decided on it is really hard. So why wait for Black Friday to score up to 50% off appliances? Warner Stellian is guaranteeing Black Friday prices now, so you can finally replace that almost broken dishwasher with free installation on top brands. You can upgrade to that bigger fridge and faster stove and take 2 years to pay with your Warner Stellian card. Shop now at warnerstellian.com.
Luther and LutherAuto.com. Luther's your automotive authority. If you're looking to buy or lease or trade in or sell your vehicle, of course, you go to Luther. But right now, the month of November, this is the Luther Tire Event. They run this a couple times a year. This is a great time to buy tires. Here's why. If you're looking to get tires anyway, you're going to get a great selection of tires at Luther, names that you know and trust. But you also get a $100 Luther gift card when you buy 4 tires. So a handful of years ago, I got my wife snow tires, winter tires during this exact same November Luther Tire Event. So she got new tires for the winter. I got a $100 Luther gift card. So if you need tires anyway, pounce now. It doesn't have to be winter tires. Maybe you just need new tires. Awesome pricing at Luther always. Free road hazard protection. You get free lifetime tire rotations when you buy at Luther, and you keep all manufacturer rebates. Look, you got to go to LutherAuto.com to find locations and then get in this month and get tires. 4 tires gets you a $100 Luther gift card. It's the Luther Tire Event, LutherAuto.com.
'Tis the season to shine. Shane Company. Fine jewelry since 1929.
5 years, no interest, or save 25% off industry best Elements windows. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
Now back to the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. It's the Power Trip on the Fan.
Creed is back after an 11-year hiatus. Creed returns to Minnesota to rock the Treasure Island Amphitheater on Saturday, August 17th, with special guest Three Doors Down and Finger 11. Tickets are on sale now at TICasino.com, but caller 11 will win a pair of tickets right now. Call 800-320-5326 right now.
There you go. Thanks, Maxo. Yesterday, post-game, everybody's celebrating. Ben and I are in the locker room. He walks up to Alexander Madison, and they have the following conversation. Thanks to our friends at Hy-Vee. helpful smile in every aisle.
You guys, I'm here with Alexander Madison. Now, Alex, listen, that was just probably just your run-of-the-mill, just regular Sunday win, right? How do you explain that guy?
Definitely a lot crazier than just a regular Sunday. But, I mean, if you pay attention to the Vikings, we have a knack for being in games like this and trusting and believing in one another and playing as a family and coming out on the other side is something that we don't take lightly. So for us to go out there, be situational masters, lean on one another, and play some complementary football, extremely happy with our performance. There's a lot of stuff we need to clean up, but we played great Vikings football today.
Can you sing every word to this Creed song right now?
I cannot. I'm not sure which one this is actually, but maybe when it gets to the chorus, I'd probably know it.
How do you explain, and can you take us through just the mentality and the preparation for you, this offense with Jaron Hall all week long, and then he gets injured, and then Josh Dobbs comes in off of being here for 5 days and being in the huddle with this man who's actually standing to our right, your right, my left. Like, how can you take us through that process just from a mental standpoint?
It's one of those things where you know, unfortunate things happen. This is the game of football, and we know what we have in this locker room. We know that, you know, Josh coming over, we believe in him. We trust in him, the extra hours that he's put in to be ready to be in the situation. We knew that once that happened, we sent our prayers up and we sent our love to Jaron for sure, make sure that he's doing all right, but we band behind him and we come together. And, you know, the spark that he brought to our offense was something that was amazing to see out there today, especially, like you said, on 5 days' notice. He came in there, ran the offense, and took over and led us to a victory. So it was an amazing feeling to have him out there, and definitely one of those things you just can't wait to continue to build that chemistry with him.
You know, we talk about a lot with this team, like how resilient this team is. It seems like it doesn't matter if a guy goes down or, you know, you guys have the early season turnovers and all this stuff. And, you know, KOC just talks about being resilient, you know, stand up in the face of adversity. How is that taught on a daily basis for you guys? Because it truly is ingrained in your guys' DNA at this point.
It's our culture, our way, our process, our culture. You know, it's something that we want to bleed. As a Viking, you know, this is something that we've instilled in one another. We instilled in this locker room, and we all believe in it. And that's one way that you get a culture built in an organization. And he's come in and he's built that culture here, stemming from last year and coming into this year. The players that we have in this locker room, the roster that we have, we believe in every single one of them. So for us to come in here, everyone to step up and do their job and believe in the way that we do things, it showed out there today. And we just have to make sure that we continue to put together these wins and continue to make sure we stack plays, don't beat ourselves, and go out there and do what the Vikings do. And at the end of the day, we believe in us.
Well, last one for you. You know, it's one thing for you guys to create momentum on the offense, but it's got to feel really good when the guys on the other side of the field, the defense I'm speaking of, when they can go out there and take a bad situation. Atlanta goes first and goal, and they hold them to 3 points. They get 2 more takes. They get 2 takes in the rest of the game, and then you guys tack on some points. You guys get 11 points on the board off those takeaways. Just how nice is it to know that if you guys falter a little bit, you've got a defense like they're playing right now to back you up?
Oh man, it's amazing. That's the key for us right now is to play complementary football. We didn't do our job early on, and they had our backs. All game long, they had our backs. We were able to come back and play some great offense in the end. But that's a balanced team right there, and they're playing lights out. They're playing amazing defense. We have to make sure that we continue to do what we can to finish strong like we did, do that out the gate, and play some amazing offense. Special teams playing amazing. So, yeah, for us to be able to lean on such an amazing defense, the way that they're playing right now, like they say, you know, a defense wins. So we're just going to continue to stack these days together.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. 4 in a row. No, go jump in the shower.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Jesus, Ben.
Whoa, Ben Weaver.
No, go jump in the
Ben Weaver.
shower.
Yeah. Well, you didn't smell good.
Yeah, listen to some Creed and pop in the shower.
It smelled terrible.
Now go jump in the shower and let me draw you.
Whoa.
Can I take you higher?
Corey, your mic's on.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You're good at that, Ben.
He was very nice he was standing there. Everybody, like I said, Dobbs was out of the shower.
He's standing right there beside us.
He was standing right there beside us, toweling off. And Alexander, we waited for him because he was doing interviews with other media, and then we stepped in. We actually stepped in front of the KSTP guy. I feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad about that.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Nice about it.
He was super nice about it, but I'm like, everybody else was like walking out of the shower, and he's still in his gear. Basically, he's still in his football pants and all this. I'm like, yeah, Yeah. Thanks for your time. Go actually like clean up.
Yeah.
You filthy animal.
Wow.
Yeah, I was I'm surprised by how subdued Dobbs was after the game. In fact, as he was sitting there, just kind of taking it all in, he addressed that. Somebody asked him, "How did you feel after the game was over?"
Relief. That's probably the biggest thing, just relief we got the win. Relief we're able to overcome my first couple of drives and get the team win. That's the biggest thing. A couple of players were dapping me up, celebrating. I said, just give me these 5 seconds just to make sure they don't get in field goal range or throw a Hail Mary or anything, because we've seen crazy things happen on Sundays. But then excitement, excitement to get the team win, excitement to get a win, given the circumstances, and excitement for the future. So I'm excited to see how we continue to build off this. We got a home game next week in Minnesota, so we'll enjoy it. And it's cheers to the next one.
I'm excited for the future, too. Again,
Same.
We don't have to know what's going to happen. The anticipation is better sometimes than the reality, right? Let's just be excited all week about what the possibilities might be.
And when do they decide whether it's the defense or the offense that runs out of the tunnel? Because you got to have the offense run out on Sunday.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
You got to let Dobbs run out.
You have to.
Yeah.
Last. You have to have him run out last.
That would be so
first.
fun.
Yeah.
Did you take any calls on Fan Line about
No.
Zero? Okay, good. About people going already. Well, now what do you think about Kwesi? He brought in Dobbs.
No, we didn't get any crazy calls. We did have a couple of guys basically say we found our quarterback for the next 25 years, and I think we all said, slow down. That was fun.
One game.
We have no idea if he can do it 2 weeks in a row.
Right, yeah.
I had some things I wanted to say to you, and I feel good.
Yeah. Now you got, the win yesterday was sweet, but now all that, like you said, I think it was during your pregame, there's no tape on Jaron Hall, right?
None.
There was no tape until yesterday on Josh Dobbs and a Vikings offense.
Right.
The Saints now have that. So we'll see. We'll see how they adjust, but it'll be great. The anticipation is going to be sweet.
Ben, my guess is, I'm not trying to flip on Sauce, even though I like doing that. It's in my contract.
That's all right. I wasn't listening.
My
to
guess
anyway.
is, wouldn't the Saints scout more of the first 8 games with the Cardinals than what he kind of did on the fly with the Vikes? Because my guess is everything we saw yesterday is not going to be used with a full week of practice, right? That was just keep the boat afloat for the full 3 hours. If you're scouting, don't you look at Cardinals tape?
You'll look at everybody sort of looks at the last 4 games. I mean, the last 4 is kind of like what everybody's sort of. That's the. I mean, then individually after every breakdown on all the tendencies that the coaches usually ask for are the last 4 games, and then you'll probably be individually saying like, hey, all right, now that we're done with that prep, like, good coaches will kind of go back and like, oh, there was this play or this situation, like whatever, and they might go back further, but. Yeah, they'll absolutely look at this last game and then in the 3 previous before with the Cardinals, and then they'll try to find anything that maybe does he have any sort of familiarity at all with McVay's offense and KOC's offense, like any sort of things like that, and so they might kind of pick apart that stuff. But no, I really think in a general sense, not to overthink it from a defensive perspective, but like you just know that he can run. You have to get ready to play a mobile quarterback like you always do. You are probably going to look at it from a high level of like what are the throws that he can make and he can't make or he struggles to make. And then you kind of build a game plan off of that. How does he handle blitz? How does he handle this type of blitz? How does he handle a disguise? Like how does he handle safety rotation? Like that sort of stuff. I mean, you can kind of take from this last game and obviously from the games before it.
How much does he change the running game, though? If you're defensive, like if you talk about the Saints, how much he changes that for a team that has not been able to run very well yet this year, nor have they actually committed to that run throughout a game. So now all of a sudden, now play action actually means something.
Yeah.
Because he himself might be rolling out and then taking off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anything that's designed outside the pocket now is if you're a corner or you're a second level linebacker or something. Now instead of playing like a guy like Kirk Cousins, he's like, well, we'll just rally. If he breaks the line of scrimmage, we'll just rally and he'll might pick up 3 or 4 yards by the time we get there. Now with Dobbs, it's like every time he breaks the pocket, it's like, right. Now you're really in conflict. Like, do I stay in coverage? Like, what's that?
Contain's going to be huge.
Fine line.
Yeah.
Contain's going to be. So, yeah, it does sort of mitigate a little bit of, like, this pure rush. Like, when you've got a statuesque quarterback, like, we know that where our rush lanes are going to be, and we can prepare for that. But when you got a guy that can slip tackles and has that great feel, I mean, the way that he spun out of that one, the backside blitz came basically unblocked, and he just saw it and was able to spin out of it and do his razzle-dazzle stuff. Like, that's that's all stuff that the defensive line's going to have to prepare for. And, that does change how you approach him.
You
100%.
just said razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle.
did.
And on that,
You gotta
I
go.
have to go.
You gotta
I
go
love
with-
you guys.
I love you too, and I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you because I wanted to find out what you watched on the plane last night. Because did you see what I was watching?
No, I didn't see what you're watching.
Man,
yes, the Tulsa King.
Yeah, it's really good.
I know. I've heard it's so good.
Dude, I watched 4 episodes last night.
Horrible.
It's so good.
The Sylvester Stallone docu-series is so much better than that.
I don't
You should
know
watch
about
Sly.
that.
It's
I'm gonna
very
tell you,
good.
it's good.
But Tulsa King is terrible.
It's good.
Look, you know
I've
I
heard
haven't
it's good
seen
and I
it.
gotta go. Bye.
You know I haven't
bye.
seen it, so
Bye,
I don't have a
man.
dog in the fight. Here's all I can say, and I'm not making this up. Schwartz loves it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. He raves about it, and he is the worst TV critic on the planet.
It's good.
Schwartz loves
What
the
makes
Tulsa
it good,
King.
Hogs?
I like the character. I like the story. I thought it was kind of going to be like a goofy thing, where he was like a super tough guy who walked around beating everybody up all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a real story behind it. He's a gangster that was in prison for 25 years. He finally gets out, and then the mobster turns his back on him and sends him to Tulsa, and he's got to go down there and build something. And I don't know. It's good. He's 75 years old. He's not pretending to be a young guy, and he's just I don't know. I thought it was really good. It's real acting from Sylvester Stallone.
91% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's really, really good.
I've
79?
watched 4 episodes, and I thought it was absolutely horrendous.
I watched 4 episodes, and I would have watched 5 if I wasn't so seepy.
By the way, if you watch that Sly documentary that I was mentioning, it's really, really good. And did not realize that when he first was doing the Rocky, so he's writing that out, and he has someone writing with him.
Yeah.
And she's basically just taking the notes and stuff like that. She starts crying apparently because she's like, I don't like Rocky. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
He's awful because he wrote it so dark because he was basically a hitman. He was a thug.
Yeah.
And so he
beat
changed
people up.
it up so that way it would have a softer story, and that's how they got to the what masterful series that is.
Interesting.
How about his name? Sylvester Stallone's name is Dwight the General.
Yeah. There's a reason behind that. You got to watch.
But it's good. I'm
That's
glad
in the
you
Tulsa
like it,
King,
Hogs.
Yeah, in the Tulsa King. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it for you because someday you'll watch it and you'll be like, Huggy was right. Here's my water splash.
Yeah. No, it was my coffee.
I thought it was water and
No,
It
the
was
water,
15 different drinks.
The water has a top on it. And it's
Oh.
away from, even Corey admitted off the air, it's away from the equipment. It was nowhere near any of the equipment.
See?
Not away from Muss's equipment.
Yeah. Mus likes hot coffee on his balls.
He does.
It's a great way to wake up in the morning. Yeah.
Should we do what really matters to end the show? Because
Oh,
we got
man.
a whole bunch of NFL scores, and you can tell us something else. Does that work?
You know what? That's a kind of a curveball, and I like it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me hit
Curveballs
this
are
thing.
fun.
That's what really matters, right?
There you go.
Tonight, Monday Night Football, the New York Jets of Anaheim, they're 4-3 with Zach Wilson, right? They're 4-3. They take on the 3-4 Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim and Justin Herbert. That's Monday Night Football. Jets hosting the Chargers. What really
You
matters,
guys
though?
still
Go ahead.
watch Monday Night Football? Like if you are in front of the TV,
Background noise, sure.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
What'll be weird though is tonight I'm going to watch the Wolves over Monday Night Football. I'd rather watch the Wolves.
Well, they're
Celtics.
undefeated at home.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the Wolves.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll probably watch Wolves
Yeah.
Celtics as
Yeah,
well.
hell yeah.
Background noise.
Weenie Eye and I'll watch it.
I will be watching both. I have 7 TVs.
Yeah, what about Tulsa King?
I'm going to keep watching that as well.
Have Schwartz over.
I'm not going to do that.
No, don't do that. He hates the bear. And I don't mean you, Zacho.
What really matters, though, is this.
Obesity in young adult Americans rose from 33% to 41% from 2009 to 2020.
Do you want to keep the height
41%.
and the weight on your card?
We're doing great, America.
Jeez.
We are doing great.
Yeah, 41%.
The Kansas City Chiefs won in Germany 21-14 over Tua and the Dolphins. A couple of weird plays. Tua had some horrific plays down the stretch. That ball that came up about 20 yards short, and he had the fumble.
Weird.
Tyreek Hill had that ball stripped, and the Chiefs return it. Anyway, the Chiefs win 21-14 over the Dolphins. What really matters, though, is this.
Coyote howls act as a population census. If their howls are not answered by other packs, the result is a biological response that produces large litters, which they found out Mabel wasn't just a hooker. She couldn't hear.
Just howling to get it on.
So if they don't
Every
hear
time
enough
she
back,
howled, she I didn't hear a thing. Did you guys hear anything? We best get it on. And Larry and Doug were like, yeah, I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything?
Doug and Mabel.
Poor Larry.
What kind of crazy zoo is
Popping
this?
out litters.
The Green Bay Packers beat the Rams 20-3. Jordan Love, 20 of 26, 1 touchdown and 228 yards.
I'll just say this, because I watched that game. The Packers are a horrible football team. Very bad.
Correct.
Jordan Love is bad. Their offensive line is bad. Their defense isn't as good. And
How's their special teams?
not good. And Jair Alexander celebrates every play like they won the Super Bowl, and 95% of the time, he has nothing to do with it. They're not a good football team. They beat a AAA team yesterday.
What really matters, though, is this.
David Bowie used to carry a Greek newspaper while traveling around New York to give the impression that he was a Greek dude who looked like David Bowie.
Oh, brilliant.
I'll
had a
throw
lot
him
of
off
good
the scent.
bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that he acted famous before he was famous. Like he hired like a limo driver when he was still broke and dressed like he was rich and famous, and it kind of worked for him.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, man, that's brilliant.
I mean, it sounds like it worked because it's still being talked about. You just brought it up. But if I was walking down the street and I saw David Bowie, I wouldn't look at his Greek newspaper and be like, oh, man, I would have asked him for his autograph, but that can't be him.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's looking at the newspaper when you see David Bowie walking down the street?
Yeah, so like when Corey's walking around Plymouth and he has the Savage Pacer newspaper.
That's the newspaper.
The
on Saturdays?
what?
The
The
Pacer?
Savage Pacer.
That's what hockey was called.
Under his arm right there. Then everybody's like, I thought that was Corey Cove. But
Chevrolet
No,
made those
see,
in the 80s.
Yeah, it sounds like a racist Western movie.
And Muss, I think, again, if people see me walking around town, they'd say, that can't be him. We're outside.
Yeah, he must have rabies.
My turn?
I don't.
The Vegas Raiders fired their coach, got a culture change. Everyone's loving Antonio Pierce, and it freaking worked. They averaged something like 15 points a game this entire season. They put up 30 yesterday and beat the Giants 30-6. They're smoking cigars in the locker room.
Yeah.
They must have hated him.
Everybody
did.
looks happy.
Oh.
Everybody looks like they're having fun playing football again. Bad news for the Vikes. We play them in a month, right? All of a sudden, the Vikings have to take on Aiden O'Connell
Yeah,
and
this
the
is the kind of thing that
upstart
lasts
Raiders.
1 week.
It
though.
might last a week.
Yeah.
But that often happens after a coach is let go and stuff like that.
Jeff Saturday, didn't he win his first game?
Yeah, but again, look at the
On a
videos this
Sunday.
morning. If you see
Yeah.
the videos of the Raiders
Brilliant.
locker room, they all look so freaking happy that McDaniels is gone.
And didn't the fans? I heard the fans when the owner came out on the field, fans were chanting "Thank you."
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, they had like a McDaniels had a meeting with all of them and said, "This is all off the record. Let's talk this stuff out." Everyone savaged him.
Really?
Yep.
Including, I believe, according to this, who told us this? I think it was it Ron Johnson? Who told us this? It was
Yeah,
like
I think it was Ron.
Assistant coaches, like even his coaches were like, no, this whole thing sucks. And the owner, Mark Davis, and I believe company, I think everybody was there and realized, oh dear God, everyone in this room hates him.
The pretzel
gotta
guy.
go.
The pretzel guy.
Oh,
The pretzel guy was like, you knock all the salt off my pretzels, you son of a bitch.
And that's ripping the Tulsa King. It's a good show.
But that's got to close the door for him being a head coach.
Yeah, you would think so.
Because this is two teams.
It has to be.
A year and a half with both. It's it. Maybe he goes to college and is a head coach.
He's got
Maybe he's an
4
offensive
more
coordinator in the NFL.
years of getting paid.
Yeah, they owe, what is it, $88 million?
Versus told me the number on Saturday night.
I think
can't
it's
remember what it
88.
was.
Aren't they still
Jeez,
paying the
Louise.
Hooters guy too?
Yeah, John Gruden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't paying me a thing.
Poor Hooters guy. What really
Hooters
matters, though,
guy.
is this.
Philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre
Sure.
Oh, I love it.
once took mescaline and made him think that he was being attacked by sea creatures. For years after that, he suffered from intrusive thoughts about crabs and persistently thought crabs were following him around. Been there, brother.
Talk about it.
Did he actually have crabs?
That was Muss yesterday.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Did you take mescaline, sir?
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to get through Vikings football Sunday one way or another.
Yeah, I understand.
The Saints, who the Vikings take on Sunday at U.S. Bank Stadium at noon right here on The Fan. They won 24-17 over the Bears. Derek Carr, 211 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Taysom Hill threw for one and ran for 52 yards. Tyson Bagent, 18 of 30, 2 touchdowns for the Bears, 3 interceptions. He ran for 70. The Bears are 2-7.
Yeah, they're bad.
What
Yeah.
really matters, though, is this.
It's cool that kid got a shot, but it,
Yeah. They'll give it back to Fields next week.
And then whoever they draft in the first
Right.
round.
Yeah,
right?
Neither
And
one of them is the right answer.
They have 2 picks, too, because they have the Carolina pick.
Yeah, I know, but isn't it amazing that you took a kid that high just a couple years ago and you're going to have to give up on him?
Yeah.
But you have
that's
to.
the right thing to do,
You have
right?
to.
Yep.
Can't
You got to move on.
compound the problem.
You gotta
gotta
move on.
Rip the
Yeah.
Band-Aid off and start over.
A French court barred a family from naming their daughter Nutella and ordered that she be legally recognized as Ella. The judge justified the decision by stating that the name Nutella would inevitably subject the child to ridicule and criticism. Nutella rules.
Yeah, it's the best.
The best. Eat
I
it by the
do love
spoonful.
that they stepped in, just went, oh,
Come on.
no, this
Yeah.
little one's just going to
Yeah.
catch a lot of crap. Let's not do this.
Yeah.
Pull your hands up.
Can I do the next one?
Absolutely.
This is bad news for Dave Schwartz, but the Bear has officially been renewed for season 3.
Hey.
Well, why wouldn't it be? It's universally loved.
You
Except
don't like it either?
must get lost.
Yeah, get lost.
What was
man.
it? What was it? I'm sorry. I
The
wasn't listening.
Bear.
The Bear. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I did the 3, you can always watch 3 episodes in, so that way you get an idea of what they're doing, establishing everything, and then it's supposed to get like exciting and fun. And
Can I just say something, Musso?
not so much for
buckle
me.
up,
I'm
Musso.
with Dave Schwartz.
Musso, can I just say something?
Buckle up.
Am I getting fired right now on the air?
The guy from the Bear didn't think you looked fat on your driver's license.
He did
Oh,
not.
don't
yeah,
take
yeah,
this.
All right,
yeah.
don't take it out on him.
This is a good point.
Right.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, you're mad at him.
Again, that is going to sink your TV critic's career. The line, I'm with Dave Schwartz.
Yes.
It's over for you.
What are you talking about? He said the Tulsa King's great.
It's been over for
It is
Chris for
very
decades.
hard. I don't care. I'll stand up.
Wait a minute.
I'll
What was the
stand
show
up.
on Fox that got canceled after 2 episodes that Hawk
The
just
Cool
loved?
Kids?
Yeah,
Lawyer
Hawk
Lambers
loved
loves lovers.
Oh, yeah. Hawk
However, I
loved the
agree-
cool kids.
I agreed with you with The Rock. I thought Little Rock was good.
That was good.
No.
Young Rock,
No
whatever
way.
it was called.
No.
It's good.
Didn't you guys watch the Latifalizer too?
No. Yeah.
That's really good. She's good. I like her. She turns me
Hawk
on.
loves
She's mean.
La Brea.
They love network TV.
Hawk loves
You
La
know who
Brea.
else loves network TV?
I love
Dave
commercial breaks.
Schwartz.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I love commercial breaks.
Yeah, same.
I gotta
Guys
take
gotta
an
go
intermission.
pee. Yes.
But he loved La Brea.
Let me tell you one more.
Still does.
Please let me tell you one more. I got to find out more about this dude. I'm gonna bookmark this for tomorrow. Arctic explorer Peter Freuchen, Freuchen, was trapped under an avalanche while on an expedition. He escaped from certain death by fashioning a shiv out of his own feces
Go.
to dig himself out.
Just frozen poo stick?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got him out of there.
Badass.
that's your dad's
honestly.
favorite superhero.
How about that?
That's incredible.
Yeah, man. That is incredible.
Man.
I wonder if he had one in the
Yeah.
chamber going, I better let this one fly and let it freeze so I can start shivving away. Or if he was covered in his own stuff and said, I got nothing else to work with. I might as well just use that frozen S.
This
Man.
came out like a shovel.
All right, here we go. Don't fail me now.
Did he say here we go?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Sandra Bullock in Gravity. No harm, no foul.
Oh, there's
Start
some
shivving
foul.
away.
Man, he had horrible pink eye, but he lived with it.
And think about it. If you fail, he's got to be thinking, if this doesn't work, they're going to think I was just sitting here playing with my poop. I have to get out and tell my tale.
Right. Yeah. Pun intended.
All right. This show's done, and we're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9.
Go
Thanks,
Vikings.
Mus.
Thanks, guys.
Unreal.co, 10 o'clock. You got an hour.
Yeah, 9 to noon is next. Dobbs, 9 to noon. See ya.
$16-minute trip right now. We're seeing some congestion on